Hi, my name is Kirsten Gilly, and we're going to be going over cytology, or the study of cells. A cell is the first living level of an organization. Within a cell are organelles, or what I'm going to be talking about in this video, are small structures within a cell that form specific functions within a cell. There are many types, and the goal is to maintain homeostasis or to maintain sameness. A nucleus, or the brain and/or control center of a cell, is not found in all cells, but for this cell, we're going to say there is one. Contains DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, and the structure has a bilayer membrane called the nuclear envelope. Contains the nucleolus, and the nucleolus produces ribosomes. The nucleus, or the brain, and right here is the nucleolus and the ribosomes that come out of the nucleolus. Endoplasmic reticulum, or the ER, there are two types. The rough is covered in ribosomes, and that's why it's called the rough ER, the site of where protein is produced, and then smooth has no no ribosomes. Helps to detoxify the cytoplast, or the fluid within a cell. And then lastly, I want to talk about on this slide is peroxisomes. They resemble lysosome, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but it's produced within the ER. Also helps to detoxify the cytosol within a cell. All right, ribosomes, produced within the nucleus, more specifically the nucleolus. Ribosomes are attached to the rough ER, which we just talked about, reads genetic material, and produces peptides and proteins. So here we've got the nucleus, the rough ER, the ribosomes that are attached to the rough ER, because again, that's why it's called rough ER. Then we've got the smooth ER. And the peroxisomes trying to clean, kind of like little loofahs. Then we have the Golgi complex, made up of small stacks of cisternae. Finishes off the protein, so we're going to finalize everything. Synthesizes carbs, and then there's also Golgi vesicles next to the Golgi complex, which transports products. And then lysosomes. Looks like peroxisomes, but not the same thing. It's a specialized type of Golgi vesicle with small hollow pockets, contains digestive enzymes, so it's going to eat everything up, kind of like a Pac-Man, that travels through the cell to break down unwanted material. So this one breaks down where the peroxisomes helps clean. So breakdown versus cleaning. So a little different. The Golgi complex, and then the Golgi vesicles, so they're smaller, so they're going to do more transporting. And then the lysosomes. Mitochondria, actually my favorite organism within a cell, because mitochondria, there are many studies showing that mitochondria comes from moms. So super neat. It is the powerhouse of the cell. It's oval shaped. There's internal folds known as cristae that synthesizes ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. The more powerful a cell is, the more mitochondria there are. Mitochondria. Some more ribosomes, so they're kind of all over the cell. And lastly, we have centrioles. These are normally perpendicular to one another because they help do cell division. So they're getting ready to break up, kind of like a pencil when you put a lot of force right there and they just break apart. But you need two of them, kind of like you need a thumb or an index finger to break a pencil, except for it would be a cell. And these are the centrioles. And again, perpendicular to one another. And here it is again all together. Thank you for watching.